So let me tell you a little bit about my experience with bed bugs. So when I was younger, I used to work at a hospital. So I worked in a hospital and stuff like that. I worked in the cafeteria, but I would bring like the food up to the patients and stuff like that. So I ended up because I was working in a hospital, especially in the inner city, because that's where bed bugs thrive the most, in the inner city. I brought them home one day. That's how I figured out what they was, and like that's when I first discovered like bed bugs. I'd never seen no bugs in my life until I started. Well, not no bugs in my life, no type of bugs like that in my life until I started working in the hospital. And so I ended up bringing them home with me, and I accidentally infested my bed. Like one day I was laying in bed, and I just always felt like something was crawling over me. Like first it was like rashes and shit like that, and then I felt like something was crawling over me while I lifted my pillow, and it's just a whole bunch of like little ass bugs, like just little tiny nasty bugs everywhere. And I was like, oh my god, this is so gross. Like, how did this even get here? Because mind you, my room was clean, everything was clean, but I used to keep a lot of teddy bears on my bed and stuff like that. So I didn't notice them right away. So then I did my research on what this was. I never seen no bug like that. And that's when I discovered they were bed bugs and stuff like that. So I discovered like how to get rid of them and stuff like that. Back then I was poor, so we lived like, I was fortunate enough to have like a roof on my head, but I wasn't like, I didn't have $900 to get rid of bed bugs, because getting rid of bed bugs can be very, very, very expensive if you get an infestation. So these are some couple things I did. So because that happened to me when I was younger, in my younger, I would say younger 20s, late teens. I was like 19, like I was like 19, 20, like something like that. So I was like 19 and 20. So because that happened to me like over 10 years ago, I remember that. And when I opened my first short-term rental business, I brought the things that helped me get rid of the bed bugs, that I brought from the hospital to my home, so that way I can avoid getting them here, to avoid getting them in my short-term rental space. So it's not as hard as prevention is not as hard as you would think. Even getting rid of it, like before you got like a really, really bad infestation, it's really not that bad either, but prevention is key. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is mattress cover. So the first thing you want to do if you're going to do a short-term rental business is you want to have a mattress cover. You should have a mattress cover anyway, because people could spill stuff on the bed, people could be having sex, people could pee the bed, especially if you allow kids, all types of shit. So you want to have that anyway, but you want to have two. The first one you want to have is a zippered mattress cover. So the zipper mattress cover encasement basically encases the whole entire mattress, and it closes with a zipper. This not only, and you want to make sure it's waterproof as well. You want to make sure it's waterproof, and you want to make sure it's waterproof, and it has zippers, right? This is good because what bed bugs like to do, they like to infest and live inside your mattress. That's how they live. That's why they're called bed bugs.